So, I know the ghost story about it.
Tell me the ghost story.
Peg. God, I'm unfit. Peg Entwhistle was born in London, England. From early age, her life was filled with tragedy. After the death of her mother when she was a child, her father moved to New York, where he would marry again and have 2 sons. Tragedy struck again when her father was run over by a car on Park Avenue. Her brothers went on to live with their uncle, but Peg stayed behind to pursue acting. She kind of did okay. She did a bit of theatre, and then she got married to a gentleman called Robert Keith, who's 10 years her senior. But as soon as she discovered that he'd been married before and had a 6-year-old son, who he forgot to mention. Oops. A slight overpart on his site, I'm sure. Revealing her true inner character, Peg, in the progress of divorcing Robert, helped him stay out of jail by paying back the alimony he owed his ex-wife. In 1931, she continued to get work on the stage. However, depression began to set in, and she found it hard time finding work on stage. So she moved to Hollywood in hopes of finding work in the movies. She moved to Los Angeles in April 1932 and would move into the Hollywood Studio Club, a rooming hotel for women. She would later move in with her Uncle Harold at 2428 Beechwood Cannon Drive, so not this road we came down, but the one that's near to save money. She eventually found some stage work, but after the play closed after a brief run. In 1932, she was thrilled when RKO signed her for the role of Hazel in the murder mystery 13 Women. But the film got such poor reviews from critics that the studio held back its general release so they could re-edit the film. Basically, she ended up on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
The famous Hollywood sign was built in 1923 for real estate development in Beechwood Canyon. The original sign read Hollywoodland and cost $21,000 to build. The letters 30 feet wide and 40 feet tall were originally lit by 4,000 light bulbs. However, maintenance discontinued in 1939, and in 1949 the land part of the sign was removed. Over the years, the sign became terribly run down, and finally, in 1978, the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce restored it with the help of private donations.
God, as recent as that?
In successful efforts, following people sponsored letters for $28,000 each. H was sponsored by Terrace, the publisher of the Hollywood Independent paper. Was Giovanni Mazza, Italian movie producer. L was Les Kelly, the originator of the Kelly Blue Book, which is where you can work out what your...
Car pricing guy.
Right. L was Gene Autry.
Hey.
Y was Hugh Hefner.
Hey.
W was Andy Williams.
Hey.
O was Warner Brothers. Alice Cooper did the second O in memory of Groucho Marx, and D was Dennis somebody, I don't know.
Dennis Littke.
Anyway, back to Peg. On September 18th, 1932, after a night of drinking and feeling pissed off, Peg would tell her Uncle Howard that she was going to walk up Beechwood to meet some friends at the local drugstore. Instead, she would scratch and claw her way up the slope to the Hollywood sign, where she took off her coat and folded it neatly. She placed it, along with her purse, at the base of the maintenance ladder which led up to the letter H. She would then climb up the workman's ladder on the back of the 50-foot H and perform a perfect swan dive into the ground. She was more than likely killed instantly. She was only 24 years old. Ironically, shortly after her death, a letter from the Beverly Hills Playhouse arrived at her uncle's home for her. The Beverly Playhouse wanted her to star in their next production, which was ironically about a young girl who commits suicide. Part of the transcript from her suicide note wrote, "I am afraid I am a coward. I am sorry for everything. If I'd done this a long time ago, it would have saved a lot of pain." The LA Times published the letter in hopes that she would be identified. She was dubbed the Hollywood Sign Girl, and her Uncle Harold recognized the initials and identified her body in the morgue. It's sad.
She's probably like the first of many, though.
I was hiking near the Hollywood land sign today. This is a transcript of a call to the LAPD from an anonymous caller. I was hiking near the Hollywood land sign today, and near the bottom I found a woman's shoe and jacket. for long, I noticed the post. It was a suicide drum. Hi. She's buried in Hollywood forever, so we can find her when we go there.
Let's go looking for Peg.